Hello, welcome everybody. Here we are. Session is live. So, as people are streaming in, feel free to say hi. Let us know where you're hailing from. Um, I am Michael. I'll be your presenter today, and I'm here in Melbourne. So, I'm going to say hi from Melbourne. Um, Yeah, it's always nice to kind of know where people are coming from, and it feels really good when there's a bit of interaction and everybody's saying hi, and feel free to jump on the chat if you have any questions. I can see things as they come up. We got people from Wodonga and Noosa, and also from Melbourne, Sydney, and yeah, so it's an exciting times going on, especially down here as we're opening up tomorrow. So I'm sure there's some good vibrations in the air in Australia with things starting to shift and change. And here we are doing our monthly meditation series. Now, before I jump into it, since we're connecting with the body today, I just want to remind everyone to take a moment, stretch your arms above your head, side to side, even twist side to side in the chair, rolling the neck, rolling the shoulders. Oh, how good does that feel? The wrists, even flexing the feet into the floor, rolling the ankles a little bit, just kind of remembering our bodies. We're sitting here at these chairs all day behind a computer, and at some point, or at a lot of points throughout the day, it's nice to connect with the body, connect with the present through the body, and just loosen everything up. And now we're a lot more present. Now we're here. All right. So it looks like people have stopped streaming in, so I'm going to kind of get started here. I would first like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the lands we each stand on today. Here in Melbourne, I'm paying my respect to the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. So paying my respect to their elders, past, present, and emerging, and also extending my respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders who are here today. So yeah, welcome everybody. And post questions in the chat as we go. Say hi, stop me, make comments, interact, and yeah, help me to feel like I'm not just, talking to a computer screen. So that's me. I'm Michael, and I'm one of the psychotherapists here at Uprise. You can book in with me anytime if you want to take any of these things further. You can also feel free to book in with anyone else here at Uprise, or just get in contact if you want to ask any questions or anything like that. So, you are a body. This is what I am kind of hoping us all to really connect with today, this idea that there's a difference between the feeling of I'm just driving around in this body, I'm there behind the eyes in the brain, kind of manipulating everything, and recognition of I am a body. And so if everybody could just take a second to connect with that idea. I am a body. Really feel the wholeness of your body. Feel embodied. Feel the mindedness that runs throughout your entire body. They say things like gut feeling. The largest center for nerve endings in the body outside of the brain is in the gut. So it's almost like this is like the second brain. We actually are thinking and acting with the entire body. When we get hormones flooding from the hippocampus, they tell other organs in the body to, turn things on, kidneys producing cortisol, or, running oxytocin through the body. So these things are taking place from all different parts of the body, and just trying to like really connect with that whole body experience. And through doing that, it also helps us to immerse ourselves in moments. We're going to talk about that a lot today, how we actually really connect with our body and connect with our senses to actually truly experience where we are at any given time. And yeah, it's great to just really access the present and access any experience through the body. So, anyone who's done any work with me before knows that I love this graph. So I'll just go over it briefly. Up in the top left-hand corner here, we have our stress, our action alarm, our fight flight, all these things. So sometimes this is really good, and that's why I say action alarm, because this is just what gets us, kind of going and moving. But we have to balance it out. We have to get down here in the bottom right-hand corner and get into that rest and digest experience in order to allow the nervous system to have a break. So that's what this is all about. This is our nice, cooling, refreshing nap for our nervous systems. Um, Now we have an opportunity. Not only are we going to do a meditation today, but I also want to try a little immersive experience. So in any moment, in any situation, these are different ways that we can connect with our bodily experience. And I want us to also connect with the idea that emotions and thoughts and sensations, they're all produced by the body. So we're really imagining the holistic connection of the body and the mind as one thing and recognizing that all these things exist within the body. So, for example, in any given experience, I might say that um, the warm belly is my sensation, the deep breath is the movement that's taking place in my body. The Through the senses, I can smell the cookies. I can see the beautiful textures of the wood on the table in front of me. I can hear the fridge humming and the really loud radio of my super sweet deaf Greek neighbor. um, you know, it's the way that we really connect with the experience. I'm in my body, I'm feeling compassion. I'm thinking that I am loved, or I'm, thinking of the image of the smile on, my neighbor George's face while he listens to his radio. So, yeah, we're all going to do a little exercise. So let's come up with a moment, just some kind of a memory, and just like a really basic, straightforward memory. Let's say, reading a book or going for a walk or, just something that you did in the last week. We're not trying to get too involved in something that we're going to feel reactive towards, just something simple. So take some time, let yourself sink into the memory, really paint a picture and start, really kind of bringing all the details to life. And then we're going to try and bring in these things. So, first of all, connect with the bodily sensations that are there in the memory. And this can be as simple as like feet touching the pavement. In this moment, I can feel my back against the chair. Maybe I can feel a bit of hunger, um, any kind of physical sensation taking place in the body. So connecting with the memory and trying to really bring out those sensations, trying to really tune into them. Oh, my voice is breaking up. That's no good. Um, I'll try to talk slow. I'm not sure what I can really do about it. And then the next step would be tune into the senses. What can you see? What can you hear? What can you smell? Smell is connected directly to it. Smell something that able to smell a lot of other way to do this. I think yeah, uh, good. Good. How's this? I just jumped off and came back on. Is that better? Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. All right. So let's stick with our memory. I'm really sorry about the challenges, but we've gone through the sensations in the body, the movements. We're connecting with the senses, the sights, the smells, what we can hear. Are there any emotions associated with it? What kind of thoughts are taking place? And when we bring all these things up, this really immerses us in the memory. We're really there. We're not thinking about all these other things. It's kind of like, the thoughts are associated and connected with the memory because we're properly immersing ourselves. And we can do this in the present at any time, right? We always have access to this. So the idea is to be able to, in any given moment, you know, am I going for a walk or am I going for a walk? Do I feel the earth beneath my feet? Am I noticing every bird sound, every breeze? Am I noticing the trees around me, the changing of the seasons, the flowers? How much am I getting out of this experience? Am I going for a walk and I'm completely still caught up in everything that's going on at work and all the things that are piled up on my desk? In that case, am I really kind of getting the rest and recuperation out of this walk that I really need? So, asking ourselves that question, when I do take time for myself, am I really truly connecting to the moment through my body and through my senses so that I am really there in that moment? And this is a way of um, also really making the most out of these moments, you know, um, because when something bad is happening and our nervous system gets activated and all the cortisol and adrenaline floods through our body, we really alert and we really pay attention to everything that's going on because we're having a fear response, and that's kind of what we're supposed to do when we're having that response. We're supposed to really pay attention to everything and really connect to all of our senses. Now, those experiences end up being the ones that we remember. They end up being the ones that stand out because we were so present in that moment due to the fear response. So, how can we just really make memories from the simple pleasures in life, from the simple moments, from that beautiful stroll with your dogs? How deep is it possible to drop into that? So that's what I want to kind of bring today. This is really the that is what it is to truly live in an embodied existence. Does anybody have anything they want to say about that, or any questions about that? That kind of um, does it make sense? How can I really truly be embodied in this moment? When I'm there with my kids, and I'm pick them up and I'm doing this, like, am I really engaged in what that feels like to have them there in my arms and to do all of that experience, or am I elsewhere? And yeah, so that kind of brings us into that, how we immerse ourselves in experiences, how we can also immerse ourselves in memories as a way to kind of really truly bring them to life and get the most joy out of our experience on this planet. And so there are a lot of different meditations that actually rely on embodiment and rely on the body. Most obvious would be something like a body scan. Um, Other things would be breath based meditation, noticing the breath. So that's just noticing movement within the body, really attuning to that. And sometimes it's about listening to the breath. Sometimes it might be about, paying attention to the shoulders, how they rise and fall with each breath, paying attention to the chest expanding, noticing this kind of movement in the body. Sometimes it's about the senses, I might say in a meditation, like, let's do this. Everybody can feel that warmth in their hands, can feel that sensation being created. And now I can let go and just focus on that sensation. I can still feel my palms tingling. I can be drawn into the present moment through paying attention to that, flexing muscles, all these different types of things. Um, yes. um, then we, when we're doing that, sometimes there are some distractions that come up. None of us are necessarily yogis. We're not living in a monastery where our whole life is about, meditation and prayer and devotion. We're kind of living these really busy lives, and we're here taking our lunch hour to do this right now. So, we've all had a full morning of work, and sometimes there's a lot going on in the mind. So, yeah, in this space, naturally, yeah, exactly, lunch hour, what's that? So in this space, naturally, there is a lot of distractions, and that's okay. Allow the thoughts and feelings to be there. This is going to be a part of it. None of us are just going to be able to immediately go, all right, that's it. Thoughts off. Now I'm here. I'm doing my meditation. All right, here we go, right? So when we kind of fight back and reject those thoughts and feelings that are coming, this actually creates more inner turmoil, and it doesn't necessarily make them go away. So in this moment, I'm going to kind of combine some of these different aspects. So if everybody's ready, just settling in, get comfortable, get in your body, take a few breaths, and we're just going to start by connecting with the idea of feeling heavy. Appreciating what Lee says here about noticing what's going on without judging and fighting it. And hopefully we can all just call that in right now. Just allow what's about to take place, and try to follow along with me and just guide your attention where you want it to go. Into the body, into a feeling of heaviness. Gravity. We're fighting against gravity all day long, and in this moment, let gravity win. Feel your shoulders falling down and back. Feel your backside sinking into the chair. Let your feet stick out in front of you. Just feel heavy. The more we cultivate a feeling of safety within the body, and we remind ourselves that we're safe, that we don't have to be vigilant in this moment, the more we can relax, the deeper we will settle. Focusing on the shoulders, just noticing there's always a little bit more you can relax, another increment that you can let go. And continuing to focus on the shoulders, notice how they rise and fall with each breath. Paying attention, rising and falling. The chest expanding and contracting. The abdomen stretches and releases. Focusing your attention all the way deep down in the abdomen, start to notice your organs, the digestive system. Sometimes we carry tension in these places. Like we said before, there's a lot of nerve endings here, thoughts and feelings and emotions that aren't readily available to the conscious mind can be sitting deep down here in the body. Just breathing into your digestive system. Don't force anything, just allow it to settle. Breathing into the kidneys, where we produce the stress hormone. How do we tell the body that we're safe? How do we let the body know that there's no tiger chasing us? Breathing into the stomach and the liver, the heart and the lungs, working together, pumping oxygen throughout the body. Taking a moment to acknowledge the miracle of life taking place in your body. Pumping that blood all the way down into the fingertips, really allowing the attention to pool in the fingertips, gathering in the hands. Picking up the hands, like we said before, giving a little rub like this, just a little one, creating a little warmth, a little electricity, and then allow them to settle back down and just focus your attention there. Noticing how a sensation has been created, and the more you focus, the more you continue to feel the sensation. Your hands are like light bulbs, and your attention is electricity. Focus on your hands and allow that light bulb to glow brighter and brighter. And then allow the electricity to start to flow up your wrists, your forearms, your elbows, into your shoulders. Noticing if the shoulders have tensed up again, just letting them fall down and back. Attention flowing up the spine, into the scalp. Noticing all the little micro muscles settling in the scalp. Your forehead, behind the eyes. Cheeks, temples, your jaw, even your tongue. Through paying attention, we relieve tension. How easily did everything settle when we focused on it? We didn't have to force anything, just paying attention is relieving tension. Now that we have tuned in to these individual parts of the body, try and allow the awareness to just flood through the body. Feeling the entire body in this moment, noticing sensations created by sitting in the chair, by the breeze on your skin. Just becoming aware of any sensations moving throughout the body. Focusing on these and letting them come and go. And then, now that we've connected to the present through focusing on the body, we can also focus into our senses. Is it possible for you to truly listen in this moment? Like when you hear the most beautiful music, we have access to that at any time. Really, truly listen. First of all, you pick the sounds out one by one. The hum of a refrigerator, some noise next door, a car, a bird. Really connecting to the present through the sense of sound. These sounds all blur together and become abstract. What can you smell? Taking in the smells, not latching on to anyone in particular, just connecting to your present through the sense of smell. Opening your eyes and taking in your space, but really taking it in like you're here for the first time. Is it possible for you to see things with fresh eyes? Imagine you are a scientist and you're here for the first time and you've got to describe this place without saying picture frame, table, door. What do you see? What are the abstract colors and shapes? What would it feel like to touch that object? Really connecting to the present. Can you even choose 3 objects and really describe them to yourself? This is a very good technique when you're feeling anxiety in the body, when there's a heightened heart rate. What can you smell? What can you hear? What can you see? Here and now, in this moment. And As you can see, that was only about 7 minutes. We took some time to connect with our present, to connect with our environment. And now we feel just a little more grounded, a little more prepared for the rest of our day. Like our nervous system's had a little nap, and now we can handle just a little bit more stress. We can handle a few more things throughout the day. We've widened our window of tolerance and emptied a little bit out the bucket. So, welcoming back into the session. Just if anyone has any questions or anything about that, I hope that it's been a pleasant experience and that everyone's feeling nice and calm and ready for the rest of the day. Um, there are some mindfulness exercises on the Uprise app, as well as some other exercises that can be really helpful. And of course, you all know you have some coaching sessions available to you, so do take advantage of them. Yeah, some takeaways from today. Trying to remember that you are a body, being aware of arousal in your body, connecting with your senses, access the present, and practice makes it easier. This is a big one. We can't expect that if we don't practice this, that suddenly we're going to be having a panic attack and we'll be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that thing. I'm going to, like practice this, and then when you really need it, you are going to have it there at your fingertips, right? It'll be that easy because you have done it many times. Somebody asked, do you run sessions for kids? Let's talk. Contact me. Get in touch with Uprise. Happy to have a conversation. I love kids, and I have done some types of things with kids before. So does a massage come with this? Yeah, for me, everyone's gonna come give me a massage now. I really appreciate everyone showing up. It's really lovely to do this with you all. And yeah, until next time. So many thank yous. Thank you to you too as well. You'll notice there was a feedback post made there, so feel free to jump on, give some feedback, let us know. And thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a lovely day. Much appreciated. And bye.